So let's open our books to Unit 6. We're going to look at Wonders of the Sea. I guess we're going to talk about sea life, maybe animals and plants. So let's look at this picture. Page 4 and 5. This looks like a seal. He's very cute. This is a harbor seal, and this is in California in the USA. And do you know what's floating above him? What is this? This plant. It's a sea plant. Do you know the English name? Anybody know the English name for this plant in the sea? It's called kelp. K-E-L-P. Kelp is a type of sea plant. And this is a harbor seal. They live off the coast of California in the USA. So let's answer these questions. The seal is underwater. Is it true or false? True. He's underwater. He's not above water, he's under the water. The seal is behind the seaweed. Is he behind it? Kind of looks like he's below it. So I would say he's below it or maybe under it. Not behind. Seaweed grows in the ocean. We know this to be true because this is off the coast of California, so the Pacific Ocean. So let's talk about different types of sea life. Maybe animals and plants that live in the sea. Maybe we can name a few. What animals live in the sea? We have seals. What else? You can type an answer. Sharks. Fish, a lot of fish. Whales. What about plants? We have kelp. What else? Do you know they live on reefs? They're like very brightly colored. Squid. Squid are very delicious. Squid are sea creatures. They live in seas and oceans. Kelp. Do you know coral? Coral are actually alive. Octopus. Good. They're called octopus because they have 8 legs. And 8 in Latin is oct means 8 in Latin, so octopus. Turtle, sea turtles. Sea turtles can live hundreds of years old, to be hundreds of years old. Dolphins. I like dolphins. I think they're very cute. Okay, good. All right, so we know a lot about animals that live in the sea. Maybe a little bit about the plants, but we're going to learn more. Let's go to page 6 and 7. And we're going to go over some vocabulary words. Let's look at the pictures. We can see a lot of sea life here. Some we've talked about already, like dolphin, fish, sea turtle, shark. Sea sponges. It's a type of, they live on coral reefs. So sea sponges. They look like a sponge. Octopus. What else do we have? A whale. a squid. Do you know what this animal's called? They don't have a name here. They live on the bottom of the ocean where it's very dark. I think this is called an anglerfish. Has a little light on its forehead. I think that's his name. All right, let's go over some more vocabulary words. Pollution, and then we can read. Pollution is when we make our water, our air, our land dirty. We throw harmful chemicals or we throw trash. We make it dirty, so pollution. So polluting the air, water, and land. Resource. Resource is something you use, like water, trees are a resource, like wood and paper. So resource is something we use. Disappear. Disappear means to go away forever. Creature. Creature is like an animal. Another name for an animal. Layer. So think like a cake. A cake has layers. So usually they stack one on the other. So maybe this is a cake. It has 3 layers. So we can stack them, one on top of the other. So we call them layers. Other things have layers, like the earth. The earth has layers. Inside of the earth, we have the core, the mantle, and the crust. So a lot of things have layers. Onions have layers. Is that it? Midnight. What time is midnight? Does anybody know? It's a time at night. Midnight is 12 o'clock at night. This time at night is called midnight. 12 o'clock during the day is called noon. But 12 o'clock at night is called midnight. So midnight. All right, so we went over some vocabulary words. We're going to listen first, and then we can read about the different layers of the ocean. All right, so we're just going to listen first. Page number 6, track number 1.
Unit 6, Vocabulary 1, Activity 1. Listen and read. We use the oceans for fun, for transportation, and, more importantly, we use the oceans for food. We must stop pollution. We must protect the oceans, or our resources will disappear. The oceans are full of wonderful sea life. Most of the creatures we know stay near the top layer of the water, called the sunlit zone. In this zone, sunlight goes down to about 200 meters, 656 feet. The middle layer of the water is called the twilight zone. This is because there isn't much light. This zone goes down to about 1,000 meters, 3,300 feet. Many different types of fish live in this layer. Some of them look very strange. The mysterious bottom layer of water is almost completely black. The only light comes from the creatures who live here. It is called the midnight zone because sunlight doesn't reach below 1,000 meters, 3,300 feet. Some amazing animals live in this deepest part of the ocean.
A whale.
A squid.
We already know the names of the animals. So we have different layers in the ocean. So the top layer on top We call this the sunlit zone because a lot of sunlight can pass through the water. So maybe it's a lighter color. We can see very well. So sunlit zone, first zone, top zone. Middle layer is called the twilight zone, like the TV show. Because there isn't much light, maybe just a little bit of light. So many types of different fish live here, like squids and whales. Some of them look strange, like a squid. And on the bottom is called the midnight zone because sunlight doesn't reach down here at all. So it's very, very dark. And some very strange looking creatures live down here, like this anglerfish. All right, so let's read. Does everybody have a microphone that works? Can you read the story? Yeah. Well, Ben's been in this class before. Ben, can you read the first paragraph for us? So maybe from here to here. All right. Ben, I'm going to turn your mic on.
We use the ocean for fun, for transport, and more importantly, we use the ocean for food. We must stop pollution. We must protect the ocean or our resources will disappear.
Okay, good job, Ben. We must protect our oceans. The oceans or our resources will disappear. Good. Anybody want to read next? Okay, Eddie, you want to read the next one? So Eddie, you can read from here to here. Eddie, I'm going to turn your mic on.
The oceans are full of wonderful sea life. Most of the creatures we know stay near the top layer of the water, called the sunlit zone. In this zone, sunlight goes down to about 2,000 meters.
Okay, good job, Eddie. Good job reading, but it's 200 meters, not 2,000. But good job. All right, anybody want to read the next one? Let me see. Sujin, Sue, you want to read? Maybe you can read from here to here. Is that okay? All right, Sue, I'm going to turn your microphone on.
The middle layer of the water is called the twilight zone. This is because there isn't much light. This zone goes down about 1,000 meters. Many different types of fish live in this layer. Some of them look very strange.
All right, good job, Sue. Twilight. Twilight is the time of day when the sun goes down, so it gets darker. So twilight. Maybe that's why they call it the twilight zone, because it's getting darker. All right, let's see. Maybe Alan and Heirong. Am I saying that right? Tell me if I'm saying your name right. Maybe Alan, you can read from here to here. Beyonce, Alan, and then did I spell your name right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. You can read the last part, Haevong. Okay, Alan, are you ready? I'm going to turn your microphone on.
The mysterious bottom layer of water is almost completely black. The only light comes from the creatures who live here. It is midnight. The sunlight doesn't reach below 1,000 meters.
Okay, good job, Alan. It's just that Haerong was supposed to read that last part, but it's okay. Haerong, maybe you can read this part. Do you have a microphone? Can I turn it on?
Some amazing animals live in this deepest part of the ocean.
All right, good job, everyone. So we have 3 layers of the ocean. The top layer is called the sunlit zone because sunlight goes down to about 200 meters. So you can see very well in this top layer, so layer 1. The middle layer is called the twilight zone because there isn't much light. So it goes down to about 1,000 meters. So you can't see very well. It's a little dark. And then the bottom layer is completely black. We can't see anything. It's called the midnight zone because sunlight doesn't reach below 1,000 meters. So it's below 1,000 meters. This is the last zone. So there are 3 zones of the ocean, and different types of animals live here. Like in the sunlit zone, we have fish, dolphins, sea turtles, sharks. In the twilight zone, we have like an octopus, squid, sea sponges. And in the midnight zone, we have very strange looking fish, like the anglerfish. These fish can't live in the first zone. They will die. They can only live on the bottom zone. So very strange looking sea creatures live on the bottom where there is no light. All right, let's go to the song on page 8 and 9. Let's look at the picture. This is a fish. He lives in Honshu, Japan. Where is his home? What did he make his home out of? Do you know what this is? What is this? What is his home? It's a can, yeah. Maybe a soda can or juice can. He looks so cute. It's kind of sad though. Because of pollution, a lot of animals are confused. You know, they make their homes in maybe cans or stuff we throw in the ocean. So the name of the song is Protect the Seas. Do you think the fish is cute? Is he cute? I think he's cute. No. Why not? Okay, some say yes, some say no. I think he's cute. All right, Protect the Seas, page 8. We're going to listen to the song. Track number 3.
Song. Activity 1. Listen, read, and sing.
Please, please, protect the sea. Put good deeds into motion, help save the ocean. Please, please, protect the sea. Put good deeds into motion, help save the ocean. We must protect the wonders of the sea to make a better world for you and me. We must stop polluting the ocean blue. An octopus would like that, and so would you. Please, please, protect the sea. Put good deeds into motion, and save the ocean. We must protect the wonders of the sea. Make a better world for you and me. When we make a mess, we can't dump it in the sea. Sharks don't want that, do we? There are layers in the ocean below. There are creatures there that we don't know. They live deep underwater, they don't breathe air. But our world is a part of theirs. Please, please, protect the sea. Put good deeds into motion, and save the ocean. Please, please, protect the sea. Put good deeds into motion, and save the ocean.
So please, please protect the seas. Why should we protect the ocean and seas? I want you to think about that. Why should we protect our seas and oceans? So let's think about that, and let's go to page number 10. We're going to go over some grammar. Page number 10. We're going to talk about things we have to, must, can't, or don't do. So we're going to learn this grammar today. So have to and must. Can't do and don't do. So have to, must. These are things we need. We need to do. Or maybe something bad will happen. Or if we don't do it, maybe we'll get in trouble, or something bad will happen. So have to, must. I have to brush my teeth. Every day. So I have to brush is the verb. My teeth every day. Why do I have to brush my teeth every day? What will happen to my teeth if I don't brush them? Maybe my teeth will fall out. I'll get cavities and my teeth will rot and I have to get them pulled. So I have to do this every day. So when we use have to or must, we use a verb after it. So brush is a verb. So brush my teeth. So have to brush. This is a verb. And it's verb in the first form. So verb 1. I don't say I have to brush my teeth. We don't use past tense. So I have to brush my teeth every day. Have to and must or almost the same thing. I must go to school to learn many things. So something you need to do, I must. And the verb here is go. So I must go to school to learn many things. We need to go to school every day because we need to learn. Maybe we need to learn how to do things. We need to learn stuff to get a job, to go to university. So we must go to school to learn many things. So have to, must, we use a verb after this. So have to brush, must go. After these words, we have a verb. What about can't and don't? Can't means cannot. Can you fly an airplane? No, I cannot. Don't means do not. Do not throw your trash on the ground. Why? Because it is bad. So can I fly an airplane? I can't fly an airplane. Oops. It's very hard to fly an airplane, and I can't fly. So we have can't, cannot, and then the verb, fly. I can't fly an airplane. What about don't? Something we should not do. So don't. The verb here is fight. Don't fight with your friends. Why? Because if you fight with your friends, maybe you won't have friends anymore. So don't fight with your friends. So have to, must, can't. We can use subjects with these. So the subject here is I. We can use subjects with these. Don't is different. It's like a command. It's like something your mother would say to you. Don't do that. She doesn't say you don't do that. She just says don't do that. So don't is like a command. So we don't need the subject here. So the subject is not needed. Just we can start the sentence with don't. But these can have a subject. Have to, must, can't. We can have the subject. All right, let's practice these. We're going to make some sentences. I'll start off with an example, and then maybe I'll ask you to give me a sentence. Let's start with have to. What is something you have to do? For example, I have to wash dishes every day. Why? Why do I have to wash dishes every day? If I didn't wash dishes, my kitchen would be very dirty. So I have to wash dishes every day. So the verb is wash. All right, why don't you tell me something you have to do every day? Let me see. Alan, you want to go first? Hyunsu, Alan? I'm going to turn your microphone on. Why don't you make a sentence for us, Alan? What do you have to do every day? So we need a verb here.
I have to do my homework.
All right, good. I have to do my homework. I'll just say HW. So what is the verb here? Do. Good. I have to do my homework every day. All right. What is something you must do? We need a verb here. Maybe something you must do because it's very important. Ben, can you make a sentence? What is something you must do? Maybe something very important.
Every day.
All right, I must wash my body every day. Okay, I must take a bath or take a shower. So the verb here is take. I must take a bath every day. Or what will happen? Maybe I will smell very bad. I will be very stinky. What about can't? Something you cannot do. For example, I can't fly an airplane. Tell me something you can't do. So fly is a verb here. Eddie, tell me something you can't do. I'm going to turn your microphone on, Eddie. Tell me something you can't do.
I can't do riding on biking.
Okay, I can't ride a bicycle. You should practice, Eddie. It's very easy once you try. Practice. So I can't ride a bicycle. Ride is the verb here. To ride a bicycle. All right. What about something we should not do? Don't. For example, don't fight with your friends. So we shouldn't do something. Don't fight. Give me something else we should not do. So don't do what? Let's see. Heiram, don't do what? Make a sentence for us.
Don't sit down.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you type the answer? I couldn't hear you. Don't what? Or maybe one more time? Just a little louder. Sorry. Don't play games. Okay. Why not? Playing games is fun. Maybe during class. Okay. In class. So don't play games in class. That's very bad. Playing games is okay if you have free time, but don't play games in class. Okay, that's good. That's good advice. All right, last one. Sue, tell me something you must do. What is something you must do, Sue? I'm going to turn your mic on.
I must go to my my academy.
Okay, good. I must go to my academy. The verb here is go. Ben said, don't make fun of your sister. That's good advice. Don't make fun of your sister or brother. Don't fight with your brother or sister. Good advice. So I must go to my academy. Why? Why must you go to your academy? Maybe I need to study hard. All right, page 10. So have to, must, can't, don't. We have to keep the oceans clean. Why? If we pollute our oceans, many animals will die, many plants will die. We must protect the oceans. Why? Because if we don't, maybe there will be a lot of pollution, a lot of animals will die. We won't have fish to eat, so no more sushi, no more squid. That's horrible. So we must protect our oceans. You can't throw trash into the ocean. So don't do that because it's bad. So you can't do it. Or maybe if you pollute the ocean, maybe you could get in trouble. You could have to pay a lot of money. So you can't do it. Don't. Don't leave food on the beach. This is a bad thing to do. So don't do it. Don't leave trash on the beach. All right, we're going to read the sentences. Check if they're true. Does this make sense using the grammar we learned? Must, don't, have to, can't, must. So we're going to read the sentence and see, does this sound like it's a true thing or not true? Let's see. Why don't you read this and then tell me true or false? Okay, so number 1. Who wants to do number 1? Maybe Ben? Oh, Sue? Okay, Sue, why don't you do number 1? Read it for us and then tell us if this is true or false.
First,
All right, false. So we're only going to check the true sentences, sorry. We must throw plastic bags in the ocean? No. Why don't we put an X? We'll put a check mark if they're true. So no, we must not throw plastic bags in the ocean. All right, number 2, maybe, okay, Eddie?
True.
Okay, don't leave trash in the classroom. This is true. It's bad to do, so don't do it. Okay, good. Number 3, Ben.
true.
Really? We have to throw trash in the rivers? False. You must not. Don't do it. Number 4, you can't use biodegradable things. They will never disappear. Do you know what biodegradable means? Anybody know the answer? Maybe Alan? What do you think, Alan?
False.
False. False. You can use biodegradable things. They will disappear. We're going to learn that later. It's a vocabulary word we're learning later. All right, number 5. We hit on. We must protect natural habitats. All right, true. If you just want to give me the answer instead of saying it, it's fine. You can type the answer. So this is a true statement. We must do this. You know what? Why don't you do this part for homework? So you're going to put must, have to, can't, or don't. So fill in the sentences. So page 10, activity 2. So use the grammar and the words here. Last thing we're going to do, let's go to page 11 really quickly. We're going to talk about things we must, have to, can't, or don't do at home and at school. For example, I must, at home, I must make dinner. Why must I make dinner? If I don't make dinner, I get hungry. So I have to eat dinner, so I must make dinner to eat dinner. All right, tell me something you have to do at home. Maybe, Eddie, at home, what do you have to do? I have to
sleep.
Okay, I have to sleep. Maybe get good sleep. Maybe sleep a lot so you're not tired. Get good sleep. Very good. Let's talk about something we must do at home. I must. Let me see, Sue. What must you do at home? Sue?
I do my homework.
Okay, I must do my homework at home. All right, now we're going to go to school. What's something you can't do at school? At school, I can't fight with my classmates. Something I can't do at school. Do not fight, good. What's something we should not do? Don't do what? Let me see, Ben. What should we not do at school? Don't. You should sleep at home. Okay. You must sleep at home, but you don't sleep at school. Okay, that's good advice. Good advice. Hedong said, do not scream. Okay, that's a very good advice too. Don't scream. Don't sleep, don't scream, don't fight. Okay, this is good advice. Let me see, Alan, what's something you must do at school? Oops. At school, I must. Alan, what's something you must do at school?
I must protect the tree in the school.
I'm sorry, Alan, I could not hear you. Could you type it? At school, I must. Could you type the answer? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. Study. Study hard. You heard him, Ben? Oh, good. I must study hard. All right, good. Let me give you your homework. Page 81. the grammar. In your workbook, at the back of your book, you can do page 81 for homework. So workbook, page 81. Also, page 78 and 79. So we will check this next week. So in the back of your book, the workbook, page 78 and 79, and page 81. Also, page 10, the last part. We will check this next week.